Hello, you viewers and guitar players of the channel. You viewers? I don't know how to introduce these videos. I'm sorry. Today, a little bit of a PSA. About 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, something like this, I did a video of the Marshall SV20H and the Studio Classic, the 20-watt heads. And in those videos, because those are non-master volume amps, I had the 20-watt heads next to me. I kind of blasted them a little bit, but it's, 20 watts. I mean, what can you do? I mean, they're not that loud. Wrong. I filmed those two videos back to back, and after that, I had serious problems with tinnitus, or tinnitus, as we say in German. Trouble sleeping, not being able to go, just like, and stuff like this. I constantly had to have the TV on, and I still have that because it's fun, but having some noise around me to drown the feepy sound. And I went to the ear doctor, and he said, well, it's tinnitus, what can we do? Your hearing is fine, they checked it, but when I tell them there's a high-frequency feepy sound, then there is a high-frequency feepy sound, and he said it's still kind of misunderstood or not understood or whatever. I actually had a conversation with a guy in Cologne who does custom hearing aids, and I might even hearing aids and also hearing protection. And I might even get him in here to talk about that in a little bit more detail if you guys are interested in that topic. But my ear doctor said, take this medication. And it's not really medication, it's herbal. And it was expensive. And I'm like, why? And then Leslie looks at it and says, that's just ginkgo biloba. That's cheap. I can get that for $5 at the grocery store. That's over-the-counter stuff. I am not a doctor. Do not listen to what I say, please. Listen to what I say and then do what I say. But also, I am not a physician. So I'm just telling you my experience. But the stuff that he prescribed was literally just ginkgo, which is fully legal and over the counter, but a higher dose, which is why the package was like $80. And that helps you get more circulation, primarily in this area, apparently. So after 6-8 weeks, it started to go down a little bit. And over time, it disappeared. So the ginkgo worked, but definitely being more careful with high volumes. I yelled at people, the people at the orange booth, hey, at NAMM, because they were cranking up shit. I'm like, guys, I need to make sure, I need to protect my ears. I have tinnitus. I don't want that to be worse. If it gets worse, I can't do my job anymore. So I did use earplugs. I reduced the volumes in my videos, and I may most certainly reduce my exposure to high volumes. But the ginkgo stuff also worked. So do with that as you will. Now I'm having a similar issue. On the right side, I had a high frequency feeping, couldn't sleep or had trouble sleeping, always having to have something playing in the background. And I ordered myself a ginkgo thing. I'm getting this. Was not cheap, was $80, but it's 240 milligrams a tablet. And I'm taking one a day in the morning for about, 4 or 5 weeks now. And in the last couple of days, it did go away. So I'm very, very glad. Also, when I'm sitting here editing, my speakers are to my right. So it was primarily in my right ear. When I'm filming my videos, the sound is coming from the right. In addition to that, you might have seen that in a couple of videos, Ibanez and a couple of others. I had these standard, very cheap, commonly available earplugs in my right ear. I just wanted to make sure that I'm protecting myself. And my appeal to you is make sure you protect yourself if you play in higher volumes. Is it fun to play with these? No, it's not. And I'm even having trouble getting them in my ear canal. I was wondering why that is. Technically, you really, really squeeze these very, very, very tightly. And then they expand. But even that, for me, I can't really get it all the way in. He said to her. And these, of course, block sound quite a bit. And it's kind of annoying to actually make a video with them. So I ordered myself these. This is an unpaid video. I bought these. I just want to let you know. And yes, my pants are pink. So I ordered these from Flair, which I think is in England. It was like a Facebook thing. These are pretty cool because they are how does this work? Like an aluminium, this is pink, an aluminium rod, very simple, with a little nipple. And then you have these attachments. Now these are the tiny ones. And I have the tiniest attachment on the tiny nipple. And that was one of the problems for me. I never liked earbuds. I could never use earbuds. Either they were falling out of my ear or they were really hurting me. Now I know why. Because I have a tiny little ear canal thing. So with these Flairs, first of all, comes this little pouch. Again, not paid, not making money on this. It's just what I bought. Tiny little pouch. And then different sizes. And if I'm looking at the bigger sizes, they would never fit in my ear. But the smallest size, which is very, very tiny, is actually rather comfortable. First time I have an earplug in where I'm like, oh, this is comfortable. And you don't really see it too much. And you have this pink thing to pull it out and you're good. I did order the normal size. And I can already tell you, it's a little bit painful to have it in. Don't go there. Because my ears are just very, very tiny. So these are black. And this is the smallest one on the black. So I'd have to squeeze that down. But I mean, the big ones here, I have no idea who gets them in their ears. You guys must have really, really big ears. Or at least ear holes. So, yeah, that's still okay, but I really prefer the tiny one, she said. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So Flair makes these, and it's cool, and it's a kind of a high-end little product. I don't know, 20, 30 bucks or whatever. I got them in a deal. And it's aluminum, 3 different things. But they completely close your ear canal as hearing protection. Why I actually ordered something from Flair were these. And that's just a little piece of silicone. And that's actually supposed to, help with tinnitus. Maybe. They said they're not sure yet. And that actually changes the way that sound goes in your ear. It's kind of a focus. It focuses the sound and reshapes your ear canal a little bit so that the sound doesn't bounce around too much and that you have less distortion. It's a cool concept. And I mean, 30 bucks for like tiny little 2 pieces of silicone, it's a little bit much, but why not? I mean, we're musicians. Why not try to improve the way we hear? You shove that in there. You're supposed to have it in 24 hours when you first get it so that you can get used to it. I, of course, haven't done that yet. But it's not uncomfortable, and it changes the way that the sound travels into your ear. And those are called, I don't know, Flair something. Look it up, Flair. I'll put links below. Again, I don't make any money on this. But I was talking to my buddy Volker from a distributor that I'm working with for harmony guitars and some other things. They have a product that I thought was something that I wanted to try, and I asked him if he could send one, and he did. So I did get that product for free. Not getting paid, and so on. But this is a earpiece, and it's the Petite. It's the HD Petite from Earpiece. And that's not completely blocking your ear canal. That is reducing, which is a good thing. And what I love about this thing is, it comes with some instructions. It comes with 3 of these. And this is again the Petite, which for me is perfect. So I learned now that I have very small ears. It comes with 3. So when you lose one, you still have a set because you only have 2 ears. I'm letting you know. So you put this in your ear. It's supposed to hold this little flap here. And for me, they're very comfortable. They're reducing the volume, not completely cutting it off. And you can even change that. So it comes with 3 of the silicone things. I don't really think you could see that. So let me see. I have the extra one in here. So again, 3 of them. And then it comes in with this aluminum thing that you can have on your keychain, which is nice. And 3 complete blockers. So these you would put in and then it's completely shut off, which is nice. The ones in here are red, which is the next level. So it lets sound through, but still reduces by 40 dB instead of 19. And you just pop these out, apparently. So you get the red one out. I'll put that back in. And then there's a clear one right here, which is 11 dB. So you can actually tailor it to how you want it done. I'm thinking what I have in there right now, the red one, would allow me to kind of still hear what I'm doing and hear it okay. Especially if I'm only doing one ear, the one that's closer to the speaker. But it wouldn't be annoyingly completely shut off. Let me see. Yeah, it's that sound in your head. It's not great. We'd love to do it without, but it can be dangerous. So these are $24, I think. And I think that's a nice setup. I don't know how that's supposed to really go in here. Oh, like this. And then you have them completely in this thing. And I just thought it's cool. I talked to a guy from a distributor who seems to carry a product that is relevant to my predicament. So thanks, Volker, for sending these €24 earpiece thing. Of course, there's other solutions. The best solution is if you have something custom made for your ear, and that's going to be the best fit. And usually you can have different attenuations. Just make sure that when you're playing these amps and you're on loud stages or concerts or rehearsals, that you're not killing your ears. Trust me, once the feeping starts, it's no fun. So have something ready when you need it. It's better to have these and not use them than being in a situation where you're like, oh my God, this could be dangerous, and then you don't have something like this. Like NAMM, like a concert, like a rehearsal. But should it start, don't wait. Get yourself ginkgo or go to a doctor, have him look at your situation and try to get it handled, because it is no fun. So, again, this was not to sell you something, buy this, buy something else. I'm not getting paid by any of these companies, wish I would. But make sure you are protected. That's why you saw one of these green things in my ear, in case you were wondering. Thanks for watching. And I'll put animals at the end.